Hey y'all, I'm back with a scrapbooking process video for the Hip Kit Club using the May 2016 kits. And I'm starting with a 12 by 12 background. This paper is exclusive from the Hip Kit Club and it's designed by Kim Watson. And I'm using some Spray Mist by Shimmers and it's called Jenny Bee Blue just to add some splatters for interest here at the beginning. And then I'm going to let that dry, which I've already done. And then I'm going to go ahead and layer my photos. So the first layer that I'm using is a exclusive pattern paper from Kim Watson again. And then the second paper that I put underneath there, the floral piece, was Illustrated Faith, and then the other one with the words on it is also exclusive from Hip Kit Club. This is a cut file designed by Ashley Horton, and so I'm going to use that for just a little bit of some layering underneath all of those layers, and then I'm going to start figuring out my title. So this is where I get a little bit, I don't know, I guess fiddly or I'm not, or fussy, I guess, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna say. And then I really love this cut file that also was included in that same with the floral cut file. That floral piece actually had more to it, and I just kind of cut some of it off because I wanted to just use the florally piece, but it had like bloom written, which is really pretty, and I went ahead and cut that out in white, and I'm going to use that on something else. So right now I'm kind of thinking I really like this happy. How can I use it? And so my thought is maybe I can use it by saying you make me happy, which I think is totally appropriate for this picture. And so I just got my T-square ruler out and went ahead and measured out, well, not really measured, but just so that I could get these letters straight. And these are the exclusive puffy stickers from our kit, which I'm in love with. I wish I could have them in like every color. And we do get a lighter blue in the next kits, which I'm really excited about. I also pulled out those Bella Boulevard Alphas, and I'm going to just spell out me with that font so that I can kind of change it up just a little bit. And then I'm going to pop, I know this is super tedious and I'm not a tedious scrapbooker, but I did it for this particular page. I'm going to pop that entire phrase or word up on pop dots. And when I say I'm not a tedious scrapbooker, you won't really ever find me doing like extra. I'm kind of a little bit on the lazy side when it comes to scrapbooking, like, and probably in life too. I don't really know, but as far as like scrapbooking goes, I really like to keep things fairly simple, and so you won't really see me do a lot of super detailed things. That's why I like making my embellishments, because I can get them done ahead of time, and then I can place them on my layout, and then there's the tedious part. It's done for you. So I don't know. You won't really find me, and that's more fun. This types of like popping something up on pop dots is not fun or therapeutic or any of that for me. So for me to do that, it must have meant that I really wanted it to look good. So, and it does make a difference. I'm looking through the exclusive ephemera pieces, and I'm really trying hard not to use those florals yet, because it's like I wanted to save them for something special. But I did use the blue one on this layout, and I didn't use the pink one because I didn't want it to get lost on that right side where the pink is, and so I just decided to use a different one kind of poking out from that photo. At this point, I'm thinking I want to use that scalloped puffy piece that I placed underneath the little cut apart that says choose to fly free, maybe? Yeah. And so I actually don't end up using that little puffy sticker, though. I will pull that off here in a second. I decided the top of my layout needed something to kind of bring it all in, and especially that blue color. So I just took my tab punch and used one of the exclusive pattern papers that has like these ombre blue stripes with some little black spots like in between, black and white, or it's white with black spots like in between, and those are stripes too. And I don't think I did a very good job of describing that, but I really love that paper, and I used it in my first layout for this month. So I did decide to use that scallop piece, and that's an exclusive ephemera piece from Hip Kit Club. And then the little cut aparts that I use underneath the photo are also exclusive. There's quite a bit of exclusive things coming out in these Hip Kit Clubs, and that makes me so excited to see what else is coming. I'm also pulling from these what am I saying? Jelly bean soup. Those are the wood veneer. They're called Healthy Hello Soup. I think that's the collection. And then these chipboard stickers are Illustrated Faith. The little word that I placed on top of the tab, that's a wood veneer. It's also jelly bean soup, but I think it's the Life Word Fetty, I think is the collection. And then I'm going to add these jelly bean soup sequins that already have little, what are they called? Glue dots on the back. But that's pretty much it. And I'm going to show you guys some close-ups, which is happening now. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope you guys have a great week.